I am bottling some kombucha, and I thought, you know what? I'm gonna hop on and do this with you. We've been talking so much all week long about gut health, why it's so important, along with inflammation and natural things we can do to help us in these ways. And I've mentioned a lot about kombucha, and I thought, oh, it's time to bottle it. Why not chat with you guys while I'm bottling it? So as you hop on, let me know if you are a kombucha fan. Have you ever had kombucha? So many people tell me, you know, I've thought about trying it, but I've never even tried it. A lot of people, their response will be that they have purchased it at the store and they hate it. And they don't think they want to ever even consider making kombucha because they don't like it. Well, that always makes me really sad because I've actually never purchased a kombucha that I like. It actually is very vinegary, and it's just a matter of, it's going to sit in the store for at least a week or two between the time it was bottled and the time it gets to your kitchen. And there's just no way for it to not be at least slightly vinegary tasting. But when you're doing it yourself, you are bottling your second ferment when the taste is the way you want it. And there's lots of things you can do to slow down the fermentation as well. All of that, by the way, can you guys hear me, by the way? I feel like I'm kind of far from the phone. Castle Meat says she loves kombucha. Me too. But like I said, when you're making it yourself, you are totally in control of all of these things. And I break down all the details so much in Kombucha Academy. The fact that it's part of this bundle, it just, I want to keep telling you guys about it like 10 times a day, every day, because it's crazy. I could not make it available to you for $50 because as a small creator, like so much effort goes into making a course like this. Like there's just, it's a lot there. But when it's part of the bundle, I get really excited about it because I'm joining forces with all these other folks who are experts in their field, and I'm able to provide it to you guys for such an amazing price, and it gets me excited. Of course, it's not just Kombucha Academy that you're getting, it's 150 other resources, so it's amazing stuff. But it's this one right here. I put some, you might have seen me put it in, some, well, you wouldn't have known what it was though. Any guesses what this is? Anybody want to guess? This is what I put in my first bottle to ferment. I put about 2 tablespoons of this frozen slushiness. In fact, I went out a little bit more because I love this kombucha. So I'm going to put another like ice cube worth. Any guesses? I'll tell you in a second if nobody guesses. So that's my first one. Let me see. Oh good, I have plenty to do another one. This needs to sit for at least overnight to really infuse the flavor. You also can let it sit for many long days if you want the taste to change a little, if you want more fermentation to go on in there. If you do that, it's going to encourage it to infuse the flavor a little bit more. You can absolutely use a mason jar. That's one question I get a lot of too. Okay, the next one, has anybody guessed? Cabbage. I don't think I would like cabbage in my kombucha. I mean, I'm not a cabbage fan. I'm sure if you're a cabbage fan, maybe it would be delicious. It did look purple, like purple cabbage though, right? I've been doing a continuous vat of kombucha for the past 5 years, says S. Dodge. I love it. I've been doing this now for almost 10 years. And I didn't start with continuous brew, did you? I started with a batch brew where you are starting fresh every single time. And it's actually, I recommend in the course, that's a good way to start if you just want to get your feet wet. But continuous brew, I switched over to that about 9 years ago, and I'm not going back. Okay, so the first one, for those of you who didn't guess, this, and I don't know how you would guess because this is really kind of crazy, which is great about making your own kombucha. You can do crazy things. You're not going to be able to find this in any store anywhere. This is fermented blueberry kombucha. So I don't mean fermented because the kombucha is fermenting. I mean this is juice from fermented blueberries. And it's the juice that was left over that I froze using ice cubes. In fact, I'm going to pop this back in my freezer because it's getting watery. Hold on a second, guys. Okay. Once it gets too watery, then it's going to be hard to separate for future bottles. That was simply frozen juices off of the fermented blueberries. That, by the way, if you want to know how to do that, it's in highlights on my Instagram profile. It's also on my blog. If you search solely rested fermented blueberries, it'll be the first thing that pops up on Google. This is lilac syrup. I'm just gonna put about that much. And you see what else I have in there? You guys know what that is? Let's see if anybody else has more thoughts on kombucha. Anybody else? Oh, watermelon. Estage. I'm surprised that no one else said that right away. That is exactly what it looks like, frozen watermelon. And I do that, and it's really yummy. Okay, so anyway, see if you can guess what else is in there while I fill this up. I'm going to cover my top because I'm done stirring it. So what was I saying? Okay, the bundle, let me tell you why I'm filling this up, is only available until, I really need to check this, I think Wednesday at midnight, I think. A few more days. It's available a few more days. And it's like, it never comes back. Like, there'll be another, some sort of bundle, but it's never going to be these exact resources. There's a lot of gut health resources in there. There's some amazing herbalism resources. I personally have downloaded a couple of these amazing books, and I'm learning so much. And I thought I knew a lot about herbs. If you know Gracewalk Farm, Amber Benj is a good friend of mine. Her book is phenomenal. It is one worth printing out, maybe even taking it to Staples. It's so good. Such a good resource on herbalism. And I interviewed Dr. Michelle, was it yesterday or 2 days ago, in a live, and she's amazing. Her complete course that's in this bundle is a value of almost $400. It has meal plans. It even has grocery shopping lists. It has all kinds of modules to encourage you. What I've been doing for years, especially over on the podcast, she puts it all together in an amazing masterclass, just encouraging you that real food can be convenient, that real food is not difficult, and that you even can save money going real food instead of processed food. Her course is called Real Foods for Real Families. It's crazy that she's able to put that in this bundle, and for $50, that's part of what you're getting. Okay, let's see if anybody knew what I just bottled. Anybody guessing? Y'all know it was lilac syrup. Oh, pomegranate seeds would be good. A couple of you said pomegranate. I've never made pomegranate kombucha. Can you believe that? For 9 years I have been making kombucha, and there are still flavors I haven't tried. Like, this is the most fun I have in my kitchen, bottling up kombucha and tasting the different flavors. But I also have ones I absolutely love that I like making again and again, and this is one of them. This is my absolute favorite kombucha that I make. Let's see if anybody has guessed. Pomegranate was a very good guess, though. Nope. Okay. It's blueberries. They're frozen blueberries that I cut in half because that helps the flavor infuse better. Both being frozen and being cut will help the flavor infuse, so you can use less fruit and get more bang for your flavor. And the lilac syrup. The lilac syrup, you can also search solely rested lilac syrup, and the directions will come up for that. I just made it this spring from our lilacs. I know it's too late for anybody anywhere in the nation to have lilacs anymore, but it's something you can be planning and preparing for next spring. But I do it every spring simply because I can't wait to make this kombucha. It is lilac blueberry kombucha. So lots more things I could say, but I'm going to have to wrap it up because I could be doing this for an hour. I love talking about kombucha, and that's why I loved making my entire Kombucha Academy, because there's so much I want you guys to know that I pack in there. So please check out the bundle. In fact, when this live is over, comment the word wellness, and I will make sure to send you, you know what? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to the information I'm going to send you if you comment wellness, and I'm going to add everything we just talked about. I'm going to add a link to how you ferment blueberries. I'm going to add information about how you make lilac syrup. I'm even going to give you the exact recipe. You saw that I don't actually measure things out. I just eyeball it when I'm making kombucha. But I have the exact recipe for this, my favorite kombucha in the world. I'll send you a link to that too. I'm going to include all of those. I didn't even think about that when I started, but I can send you all of that. So you don't have to go Googling anything. I'll send it to you. Just comment wellness. And I'll also send you the link to this amazing bundle that's available a few more days. Also, let me know any questions you have about kombucha. And if you have thought about making it and you haven't, often people say it's because they're afraid, they're intimidated. Tell me why. What intimidates you? Why are you not doing this? Like I said, it's the most fun thing I do in my kitchen. Everybody should be doing this, and it's not hard. So leave a comment. Tell me what intimidates you, if that's why you're not making kombucha, or tell me why you're not making it. And definitely comment wellness when this live is over. If you comment it right now while I'm live, it's going to be lost. But when the live is over, make sure you comment the word wellness. So Emma Williams, please come back in just a second after I close this down and comment again so I don't miss that. S. Dodge says, lilacs don't grow here. Is there another option? Yes, I will send that in the resources. If you go to my recipe for lilac syrup, I mention other flowers that are great for doing this same thing. Okay. Thanks, guys. This was fun. We'll have to do it again. Be sure to leave your comments.